You are welcome. Welcome, welcome to the Mark Allen's Culinary Adventures. Really fun. Carol was going like this, and the clocks were ticking off. Anyway, welcome. We're going to do something that I can't wait. Um, One of my favorite dishes is, of course, um, French onion soup. Okay. And we're going to be making it a little bit differently. I've actually said that this is French onion soup with a kick. And our guest chef is a real chef. Um, as you know, this show is all about people, average people cooking and staying away from fast food. That's what we're here to do. And so we've got Chef Angel Flores from Melissa's today, and I'm so excited because he's going to add a kick in the tush to French onion soup. Stay tuned. Don't go away. This is going to be really exciting. We are live here on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. If you are watching us, give us a shout. You can say hi. We've had some issues with that. We're thinking it'll work today. We're going to go to the city of Vernon, California, about 5 or 6 miles from downtown LA, and welcome Chef Angel Flores. Angel, welcome to our show.
Mark, thank you very much for having me. Pleasure.
It's Thank you very much for your exciting recipe. I started earlier today. I have a pot of caramelized onions. We'll show you that in a minute. Um,
Good thing you
let's
started earlier because it takes about 8 to 9 hours. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, it took us about 45 minutes to an hour. We
yeah, yeah.
caramelized about 3 pounds of onions, and in 4 teaspoons of butter, and sweet butter. It caramelized a lot faster than I thought it would. So
You got a ton of sugar in those onions, so it helps out a lot.
yeah, these are special onions, and we're going to talk about that. But before we do that, I wanted to talk about Angel Flores. A lot of chefs start cooking because their moms, their grandparents, their fathers were always in the kitchen, and everything's all about food. How
Yeah,
about you?
yeah.
Hmm.
I'm no different. I'm no different. My mother and father. I'm a single child, so it was all about me. So I got a lot of one-on-one with my mom in the kitchen. My father in the kitchen as well. He had a lot of influence, to in where I was going to be and what I wound up doing. And we also, in a Mexican household, everybody lived with us. So my grandmother and my grandfather were always around as well, and I was fortunate enough to be able to cook with her a good
Wow.
amount of time too. So yeah, and she even learned, Americanized recipes for me. She would always make me my pancakes and stuff like that, and French toast. She loved making French toast for me, and it's something special.
We were talking the other day, and there's a new Mexican restaurant in Ventura, I think. Um, I can't remember the name. Maybe Carol will remember it. But one of the things that they make is duck carnitas. And when I told you that, you said, "Hey, that's one of my specialties."
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's exactly like pork. You're cooking the pork, in its own fat, so it's the exact same technique, and you get the exact same results as a beautiful, crispy, fatty little piece
Mm,
of meat.
I love duck. We were in San Francisco, and we had some great duck up there. Um,
Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry about that, Mark.
It's okay. There's a lot of activity happening over in at Melissa's. All right,
Yeah, as you can see, I'm here at the warehouse, so it's there's always something happening. You get the display behind me. All these platters were full of fruit. We had a guest visit today, and this is something that we do for them. You know, they get to see visually everything that we have to offer.
the pink pineapple was on that plate.
Yeah, you can tell because it's all gone.
Yeah, I know. I know. So sweet. Well, we're going to be making Hatch Duo soup, and I kind of renamed it a little bit, French onion soup with a kick, and that's a kick in your tush. We're going to be talking about Hatch chilies and Hatch onions. Earlier today, I started to caramelize some onions. So, what I'm going to show you now is a short version of the caramelization. And I'm going to ask Angel to jump in as we talk about this. All right. So, if we could play that, watch us. I've got four tablespoons of butter going in. And
Yeah, you want to get
what's,
that
yeah, and
melted. You don't want to use too much heat because you don't want that butter to burn,
right.
and that because that all those little brown bits will get transfer over to the onions, and you want to really accentuate the onions and not that brown butter flavor.
Well, the onions were so sweet that cutting them, usually you start tearing because of the
Hmm.
chemicals in the onion. We
Yes.
covered this per your directions for 4 or 5 minutes, and now they've softened up, and
Yeah. Now
I
they're jamming.
stir. Yeah, you see, and you can see that they're starting to caramelize. And
Yeah.
this
And you
is
can see
something
the viscosity in the juice that's getting released too. It starts to get nappe as it starts to caramelize.
right, and it didn't burn. Um, it got a little dark on the bottom there, but
Oh yeah, no,
um,
you want to actually that's it's referred to as a fond. It's when you build up all those little burnt bits, quote unquote. But that's just
mhm,
getting a lot more caramelization at the bottom of the pan. And as we move through the recipe, we'll go and we'll get all those good little bits off of that pan when we deglaze with the cognac.
got it. So I've actually got I've heated up the onions. They're in
Okay.
here. Um, do you use? I have to ask, and I ask this of our guests. Do you prefer to use a wood spoon to stir or a plastic spoon?
I always go either wooden with a wooden spoon, or sometimes a metal spoon. But if I'm scraping, I'm going to use a wooden spoon.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Jeff Levy from Louisville says it's 100 degrees there. Oh my. Well, we have to
Oof.
cool Jeff off. Uh,
Yeah, that doesn't sound
I'm
like a
gonna
bad idea.
I'm gonna pour a little bit of wine. This is a Fabulist wine Sauvignon Blanc. You have a cocktail.
I got a little midnight watermelon margarita right here.
Got it. What would be a typical Melissa toast or a Chef Angel toast?
To good friends, to good family, and to good health, and to good
Good.
food.
And to good food. Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah. Carol can't wait.
Is Carol having a margarita too?
No, she she's coming down. She's gonna have some of yours.
Yeah,
She's
I got plenty.
that's
I got plenty.
um, we're going to be going down to. We've been talking about this for months. Going down to Melissa's. We go down for a couple of demonstrations, and Robert, who's been on the show a number of times now, has invited us for a special lunch, so we just have to plan it, and we keep getting
Yes. So
busy and stuff.
life happens. Life happens. It gets in the way sometimes. It's all right. We'll be here.
All right,
We'll be waiting to host you.
good, Jeff. Thank you. You've proven something to me. All right, I what do I do next?
So we're going to go ahead and get that heated up again. Get those
Okay.
onions nice and hot, and
Yes,
then
they are.
we're going to deglaze the bottom of the pan with some of that cognac and
Okay.
a little bit of the. Yeah, there it is.
By the way, I paid about $4 for this. It's Remy Martin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Can't go
It
wrong
was
with $4 for a Remy Martin.
no. I was just I was blown away. They were blowing it. This is a little hip flask. I could anyway. I won't do it.
I'm going to send
Uh,
you $20, and you can bring four of them down for me when you come by
you got it. You got it.
for the
All
soup,
right.
of course. For the soup,
How much should I put in here?
I think we're looking for a couple of tablespoons.
All right. Well, I'm going to do it like a chef.
Boy,
Oh,
my kind of talk now. Yeah, just
yeah.
go ahead and fill it. You want to get in there with a little bit, enough to coat the bottom, enough to get some of those bits
Oh,
dislodged, to give it some nice flavor. And you want to cook it enough to where the alcohol comes out.
thank you, Carol. She made me look bald. Um, the
We planned that.
Yeah, I know you guys are ganging up on me. I grew this stuff myself. The cognac cleaned the bottom of the pot. It's completely clear. So
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and we'll let that bubble up. Like I said, you want to cook that enough to when the alcohol has dissipated, and you could stand in front of it without catching that smell.
it's ready,
Beautiful.
and it's bubbling in there.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, yeah, and the aroma from the onions,
Oh,
you can smell all that stuff. It's and those onions are second to none. We talk about Vidalia onions, which are delicious, but these are so this is a special treat. I got to unplug that phone.
hello. You could hello.
Yeah. Hey,
Thanks.
Mark, to be honest, it was either going to be the phone ringing here at the office or it was going to be the kids running around at home. So I think this is the lesser of the two evils.
Oh, no, the kids would be fine. How many kids do you have?
I have four. I have four.
Four? Anybody
Yeah.
want to
One.
cook?
Yeah. Yeah. My youngest, which is my daughter, she's always in the kitchen. Always in the kitchen. Always want to go grocery shopping. Loves to be a part of the process. And I mean, she takes care of the end results for sure. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, I love it. As
Yeah.
I've told
She
you, we have both of our kids are great cooks. One of them is a professional chef. All right, uh, the onions we're using are hatch onions. I've never heard of hatch onions before. Um,
Well, these are from the Hatch Valley in New Mexico.
right.
They're cultivated in a special microclimate, and the soil it just flavors them up nice and sweet. Yeah, they're very mild onion. So it's a really good variety of onion. It's good in salads raw. It's fantastic in the soup and anywhere in between.
I I have to be honest. We got the onions a week ago for last week's show, and I couldn't wait. We have been eating them in our salad raw
Hmm.
ever since, right? No cameras, no microphones, just eating them. They're
Yeah.
so good. They're really good. I've been putting them on sandwiches. I made a
Yes.
bratwurst yesterday. I grilled the bratwurst and
Mhm.
covered it with onions, mustard, and sauerkraut.
Oh, I mean, it's what else do you put on a sausage?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That's all
It
you
was
need
so
right there.
good.
And the complexity that it has, and what it adds to, what the mustard adds to the onions, and what the bread adds to the onions, it all balances out so well. It creates such a good umami. I love putting it in a patty melt, with
Ooh,
some rye bread. Yeah, a little Havarti cheese is what I like to use, and it comes out, just it comes out perfect.
you went to culinary school too. Oh, we want to say hi to Denise Anderson. She's never heard of Hatch uh, onions either, but she has heard of Hatch chilies. I had a thought. The chilies are not necessarily a special variety. I understand. It's just the fact that they're grown in that Hatch facility.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what
correct?
makes them hatch peppers, in the Hatch Valley. Again, that microclimate, that soil, it transforms, those two pieces of fruit really really nicely.
Wow, it's really good. All right,
Hmm.
I'm turning this down a little bit. It is not burning. Ah,
There we go. Yeah,
yeah, and it's caramelized even further. Um,
beautiful.
what is our next step?
We're gonna go ahead and, did we add the wine in?
Oh, we did not.
Yeah, that goes right inside as well. Just a tablespoon, just enough, to give it a little, depth, to the soup.
This is a very nice Sauvignon Blanc. It is not extra dry,
Yeah,
which so many of them can be. There's actually a touch of sweet, and my
good.
sweet has been stealing sips from my my wine. Um,
Well, again, only child over here, so
yeah,
I'm
I
good on
get it.
mine. Having a good time. Having a
How
good
old
time.
are you? Have four kids. How old are they?
My oldest is 16. He's a, sophomore in high school. Going to be a junior next year. And then I got a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old, and an 8-year-old.
Oh
And the
my!
8-year-old's my little girl, and she's my next little chef. I'm telling you, this little girl has a palate, man. I brought something. It was a melon, I think, and, it was a variety. And she has a bite, and she's like, Dad, I could taste a little bit of honey. And I'm like, oh my
Whoa!
goodness. So, yeah, like, well, who are you, little girl? Go eat your lifesavers gummies, and just hang out. But yeah,
I
she
think
loves to
that's
jump
terrific.
in and offers little things that she is picking up on, that she senses, and it's like, man, she's very, she's right on the right path. That's exactly correct. It's really really cool to see, and she's really involved. That's my little girl.
And women chefs have a different perspective than men. First of all, the kitchens have always been male dominated, and not so much the last 20, maybe even 30
No,
years.
yeah.
But women have a different perspective, taste wise, etc. And
Yeah,
I,
creative wise, technique, the approach. It's all a different perspective. It's, the organization coming into a recipe. When I first started, I was fortunate enough to work at the, Border Grill in Las Vegas, and this was at the time with Mary Sue Milliken and,
sure.
Susan Finneker were constantly, dropping by and, dropping little bits of knowledge, and, facing, Bobby Flay on Top Chef. So it was good times, and being able to learn from them and seeing that different perspective, a different approach. Uh, you know, while I was in culinary school, and yes, to answer your question, I did go to culinary school. I went to, Le Cordon Bleu in Pasadena, but up until going to culinary school and getting into the kitchen, all you heard about was these male chefs, throwing pots and pans at you, and you're getting
Right.
screamed at, and which did happen, by the way. I had my fair share of that as well. But getting into this kitchen and these two very, very talented and accomplished chefs, and seeing a different side of what a kitchen could be, and it was really cool, and it was a great first experience into the not only a kitchen but the restaurant industry.
And by the way, I don't get Gordon at all. Anyway, um,
There was a time. There was a time. Hey, he's a character now. He's a character now. But before that, this man was a very talented. He still is. He still is a very talented chef. Very,
okay.
very, very cool.
Now I have. Can I pour in the broth? It's room temp because that's what I've
Yeah,
got.
as long as as long as there's no alcohol from that wine, because if
Right.
once if you pour it in too soon and you have still some of that alcohol in the pot, it's gonna linger a bit, and it's gonna take a while to get it out.
Now this is beef broth that I'm putting in.
Beautiful.
Um, it's organic, and I got low salt because we don't. We want to salt it. I've
Yeah,
already put in a little salt.
and it's always best to go with low sodium, I think. And the reason why is you can adjust the seasoning later on. We always used to say in the restaurant, you could always put in, but you can't take out.
Got it.
And so once that salt's in there, there ain't no taking it out. You're gonna have to start adding more onions, more a little bit of water, a little something to kind of make it an even
Yeah, that's what
balance.
my wife tells me all the time. Oh boy.
Carol knows best. Carol knows best.
Yes.
That's also coming up in our next hour is Carol knows best, our next cooking show.
If you
That's
can
where we
get
go.
Carol,
That's where we go and correct all of your mistakes, Mark.
God, if you, I have to tell you, Angel, if you can get her on camera, I'll produce
All right, I'll be her first guest.
it. You got it.
I'll
Oh,
bring the
shoot.
I'll bring the wine, Carol.
Oh, you got that's a very. Bring the tequila. It's even better. Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
I have some interesting things to add to the soup. One of those is some hatch chilies, and I don't. I think I have to cut these into strips.
Yeah, yeah. You could dice them if you like. You could cut them, a little bit bigger into chunks if you want to have more of that chili bite in the soup, or you could do nice little thin strips like the onions.
Got it.
Can't go wrong with these chilies.
And these are a mild chili. Um, I'm just
Yes,
gonna.
I believe that's what we sent you over. So you can just
Yes.
go ahead if you wanted to throw the seeds all in there, and also yeah, if to control the heat, if you don't want too much of a kick in the pants, you could definitely take the seeds out and control that heat just a little bit.
I've got a little bit of seeds in there. I don't know if you can see them or not, but
Yeah, I see a few
little,
there here and
yeah, right. And
there.
and
Hey, Jan knows. Jan knows what's going on. A little tequila and soup and margaritas. That's not a bad for a Wednesday.
that's right. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to take that. And can I put that in the soup yet?
That can go ahead right in.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Here we go. There's a little bit of these are these were pre-roasted
Hmm.
um, peppers and chilies. Oh my! Um, and I skinned them, and then in addition to that, I removed I took off the skin, but I left some of the char on them. And you were saying that that helps the uh, the flavor of the soup.
Yeah, it'll add a little bit of smokiness to the soup, which adds to the flavor of those chilies. That's why every year when we there goes the bat phone again. One more time, then we're good. Every hatch season, when they come into play, we have our big roasts, and we're there roasting these chilies and sending them off on their way like that. That's exactly how people like them, and that's how they're
Wow.
best enjoyed, I believe.
You guys go down to New Mexico?
No,
No.
we do hatch roasts at retail stores throughout down here, well across the country, to be honest. Sprouts, Vaughn's, Pavilions, Albertsons. Um, One of our other chefs, he has a huge roast at his restaurant down here in Pico Rivera, which is about 10 miles away.
I
And
didn't know
I
that.
mean, they're
Nobody
roasting.
tells me anything.
We know how you get. That's why.
Yes.
But yeah, he's roasting, and he's roasting a couple hundred boxes over there on a Saturday in 100-degree heat, and people are lined up around the block for him.
One of the things that people say about chilies is, oh, it's going to be spicy. Now, these are not spicy chilies. I tasted them.
Mhm.
They're mild. Now, I do like hot, so maybe,
Yes.
you know,
Well, no. With the Hatch chilies, they've gotten to a point where they know the level of heat. The ones that you got are mild, and that's what we sent over. But you can get them up to an extra super hot, and you got a little 3 alarm fire going off. Well, if you can get up there,
do you like super hot?
I
Oh,
don't.
Jan has seen them
Yep.
roasting at Albertsons. Okay, good.
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like
Uh,
super hot.
I don't go. I don't like super hot. I don't particularly like spicy stuff. I enjoy a little bit of heat, but I'm a balanced guy. It's got to have some level of citrus or sour or a little bit of sweet to balance out that heat. And
Got
you?
it.
What about yourself? Are you a
I
heat
do
guy?
like. I'm a heat guy, but I like the flavor. So
Yeah.
it's got to have flavor, not just heat, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you get with these peppers. It's flavor before spice. I like to
Hmm.
say, and if you like the spice, you can definitely get it in there.
Now, there's two other ingredients that we're going to add that I've never added to French onion soup. One is Worcestershire sauce, and the other is
Okay.
garlic.
The other is
Garlic.
okay. Yeah.
I mean that this is your recipe.
Yeah, and so
I'm checking.
I'm gonna go ahead and credit my mother with this. She picked this up along the way somewhere, and whenever we made French onion soup, it needs a little bit of Worcestershire again to balance it out,
Got it.
and you'll see it really adds another dimension of flavor that really lifts up the onions and the chilies as well.
All right, we're going to add some Lee and parents, right? Is there?
Perfect.
Okay,
That's the go-to.
that is the go-to, and
Yeah, that'll do you.
they now have a vegan version of Lee and parents.
It is 2025. If we can't have flying cars, then we deserve vegan Worcestershire sauce. That's just my view.
I love it. Okay, I'm going to stir that in. Uh, Lee and Parents Worcestershire sauce has anchovies in it, and so they
Yes.
take out the anchovy. All right, and then the garlic too now.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
just go ahead and pop it in there and let that sit in there and cook out a little bit of that bite, and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, I've got this up on high. I think I'll cover it. What do you think? Should I
Yeah,
cover it
that'll
or
work.
what?
Let it cover for a couple minutes, and we let it
Now,
all come together.
um, this is Gruyere. A lot,
Yes, a lot of
uh,
that,
a lot of
quite
it.
a bit.
Yes, it is, and it's mm,
But notice that we said a lot. Okay, we didn't say
yes,
too much because you can never have too much Gruyere. That's the
yeah.
beauty of this.
It's it's really quite nice. Mm.
Yeah.
And I bought it at Trader Joe's, which is a
Oh.
great place to find different cheeses. They sell Society Roquefort, which is probably my favorite cheese,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it's at a very very good price. Um, we're we're wrapping up here. I think we put everything into the soup. I'm looking. Yes. Huh? Oh no, the peppers are in. Oh,
Yeah. See,
pepper. Yeah,
Carol knows best.
Carol knows best. Oh God,
There you go.
you realize, Angel, I'm moving in with you now.
Well, you
I'm
know
move.
what? I'm ready to kick out my high schooler, so we're going to have an open room soon. So you can come
Uh,
on over.
he's he's gonna. What's he want to do? He wants to go to college. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah. He's looking to go somewhere where he could play some football and also get an education. So he's uh, he's trying to do his best. He's a big football guy.
Denise Anderson says half the fun of French onion soup is to see how far the cheese stretches. I have
Oh yeah,
enough cheese to stretch around the country twice. I, all right.
yeah, that's
I'm
true.
gonna. This is a combination of white and black pepper.
Nice. You know, to be 100% honest, Mark, with the hatch chilies and the hatch onions, right now at this point, if you put a leather boot in that pot, it's still going to taste fantastic. I'll tell you.
I can't
I mean,
wait.
those onions are really good, man. They're something else.
Now the hatch chili season is just about to come up, isn't it? Or
Yes,
is it?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
right around the corner. The hatch onions is we're in it now. We're full on in the middle of the season, but we got the chilies coming right around the corner. That's going to be happening, I believe, late July, mid July,
got
and
it.
then we're running full sprint in August.
And you'll be able to buy fresh hatch chilies, and then there's the hatch chili everything in the
Yeah,
market,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, we have hatch chili polenta. We have our hatch chili seasonings. And we'll have our roasts where you could. Well, a lot of the roasts that we have, we kind of turn into a farmer's market, and where you could purchase all these items. We have everything available for you guys. The powders, the salsas. We have a taqueria salsa with hatch in it. That's fantastic. Our hatch avocado salsa is fantastic. We go full on hatch. We're it's like New
Mhm.
Mexico around here.
Hey, I have to mention that Angel's beard is all black. Mine used to be.
I'm
As you
getting a
can,
little bit of my grays here, so it's
well,
starting
this is
to
what it
my
turns
lower is
out to
starting to
be.
fade.
I ran out of time today and didn't shave. All right.
Well, with me, I have to shave every day, or else I just turn into a big old fuzzball.
Oh, I get that. This smells this smells so good.
Yeah,
Now,
the layers of flavor that you got developing in there, and like I said, that fond at the bottom of the pan, and deglazing it with the cognac, and the body of the wine. It's I mean, the French have had it right for about 100 years, so you can't go wrong.
We were in Napa a couple of weeks ago,
Okay.
and we fell into a little cafe um, and had such a wonderful lunch. So much so that we couldn't eat dinner, but and we were at an event. But
It was one of those lunches that go right into dinner, huh?
yeah, it really was. It really
Yeah, yeah.
was. Do you like French cuisine?
I do. I do. Going to Le Cordon Bleu, getting trained in classical French technique. I enjoy it. We're doing French onion soup today. It's one of my
Yeah,
go-tos. So yeah, it's a lot of it comes from there. So how can you not like French food?
I we had it was such, and we met the owners of a winery that Carol still needs to call.
Oh, there you go.
Is that right?
Got to get on
Um,
it, Carol. What did you guys?
yes,
What did you guys have? What did you guys have? Anything stand
we
out for you?
yes we had a very nice pate. The people next to us that we were talking to, was that Sol, Carol? They had a Sol Marnier. We did not taste it, but it smelled very good. What else did we have? The bread was very good. The sweet butter was good. Do you
Oh, I'm pretty
remember?
sure it's all
And
local.
yes, all local from Napa. We're both thinking we can't. What was it? Oh, we had a cheese plate. Um,
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
it
yeah,
was.
that's a
Yeah,
must.
yeah. Yeah. All right. Um, I'm going to let this boil, but uh, or should I let it boil?
Yeah, you
What?
can let it go for a couple of minutes. Let it build up. But if it's been going since we threw in the garlic, you should be good now.
All right. I'm going to put some.
Serve that bad boy up.
Yep. Oh,
And so what is your favorite kind of wine?
I'm a red guy for the most part,
Okay. Yeah.
and so I like a cab. Um,
Very nice.
oh,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, this smells so good. All right, I'm going to put this here,
There we
and
go.
then I'm going to put. Now I found I like La Brea bread,
Of course.
and so I bought a baguette of sourdough, and now I'm going to cover this whole thing with cheese.
Beautiful. Steakhouse style.
Yep. Yes, we do take orders. Okay.
I'm just joking, Mark. I actually
Yeah.
run a pizza delivery after 3 here at the warehouse. So
And we don't tell the. Oh, okay, got it,
I got a extra large anchovies and olives that's got to get delivered in a bit.
got it. If it's got anchovies, you got me. Now I'm putting in. Thank you, Carol. I'm putting the soup in to melt the cheese.
Yep, carefully, of course.
Very carefully, and
Yeah,
we'll let it sit there for a moment or two.
beautiful.
How long should it take to?
Well, of course, everybody's broilers can vary, but you want to peek in it, making sure that it's got a little bit of crust, a little bit of color on there, a little bubbling going on. That's really going to stand out in the soup and get some of that fat toasted up and really accentuate that bread. At the Jan's cheese pool, that's what we're all looking for. That's what I'm waiting for. So
Yeah.
once you see
Well,
it
come
start
on
to get to
over.
that
There's
point,
plenty.
I'm
There,
on my way. I'm on my
okay,
way.
got it.
As soon as I can get past the 10 freeway here, I'm good. I'm
When,
good.
yeah, see you tomorrow, Carol says.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
when we come down to uh, two Melissas. We leave about 8 a.m. for a 10 o'clock presentation.
Oh
We're in
wow. Yeah.
we're in Ventura. We're in Thousand Oaks, so that's
Yeah.
why.
I
It
you
hits
know,
you.
I right after the pandemic, I started helping out a friend at a place called the Calamigos Ranch out
Oh
in
yeah,
Malibu. Yeah, right off of Canaan,
right.
and it was taking me about 45 minutes.
Whoa.
Nobody on the freeway, I'm just a straight drive, and it was fantastic. And then things started to open up, and the cars started to get on, and it took me about 2.5 3 hours to
Yeah.
get over there. It was crazy to see, you know.
What is the name of the restaurant that's if you go right, you go to Calamigos. If you go left,
I think there's a winery that has a restaurant. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, to be 100%
Josh worked
honest.
there for a while. Your mom liked it, and they specialize in game,
Oh, okay.
and really terrific stuff. Okay, I'm going to look inside here.
Yeah, let's take a peek.
Let's take a peek. It's ready.
All right.
All right, and oh, you're going to love this.
I'm excited.
Uh,
I'm not even lying. I can't wait to see this.
oh,
And it's so funny. Something as simple as French onion soup. We've all done and seen this over hundreds of times. The joy of
so
food.
oh,
Oh yeah.
right.
Yep. Yep. You should get
Okay.
a nice cheese pull out of that.
This is so. What I'm going to do is take some of the cheese. Now, this is really hot. It's boiling,
Yeah.
folks.
Watch yourself there.
Yes, just a little taste. Okay, here we go. Oh, the the nose, if you will.
Yes. Yep. Yep. It
And
opens
it's
quite
not my
nicely.
yes. It's not this nose. It's this nose is a wine term for aroma or smell.
Yes.
What is your favorite wine? I should ask that.
Sauvignon Blanc. The wife is the wine drinker,
Oh,
but I enjoy if I'm gonna drink something with her, it's gonna be a Sauv Blanc.
oh.
If not, a Pinot Grigio or
Saddle
Pinot
Peak
Noir.
Lodge. Ca-
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
There, yes, yeah, 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 yeah.
Carol
Over
got
to the
it.
left a little bit. Yep,
Yep.
yeah.
All right. This is so good. It's
Horrible, isn't
it's
it?
oh man, I can't wait. Dinner tonight and Friday night. That's what we're having.
there, there you go.
Mm. Oh my.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah, the sweetness of the onions, the fattiness of the cheese, complementing just a nice umami. You could taste a little bit of the Worcestershire that comes out there.
Yeah.
The body of the garlic, just blending with those onions.
And the chilies are not hot. It didn't add any heat. It added
Mhm.
taste.
Yes, yeah. And again,
Mm.
if you want, to add that punch, you can go ahead and grab a little bit spicy of a pepper, and just do the same thing.
I'm going to try it with a piece of the pepper. Let's try that. And
There you go. Let's zoom in on that, Carol.
then, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
She's going to try to do that. Here we go.
There it is. Oh,
She's going to show all my wrinkles. There.
There it
Yeah, I
is.
know. And the white beer. All right, here we go. I have to be honest. When I saw the recipe and I said French onion soup with chilies, he must be nuts. This is genius.
Thank
This
you.
is
Thank you very much.
really, really good. Oh man, we're gonna have
Yeah,
so much fun for dinner. Wine, cheese, chilies, soup.
can't go wrong. Yep.
Can't go wrong. We're going to put you back in the green room for a minute. Uh, and I ask this a lot, but I really mean this. Will you come back and cook with me again?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. This is a blast.
Okay. I hope you had a good time
Yeah, I definitely did.
with
Definitely did. Thank you very
our craziness. You know, I
much. Yeah.
I had to move our light to get into our oven. All right, Chef Angel Flores from Melissa's, and let's bring Melissa's logo up, please, before we say goodbye to Chef.
Oh,
Yeah,
wrong
he
side.
does. And right
There
there,
it is.
Melissa's been very supportive for a year and a half. This is our Melissa Cam, um, providing us with all kinds of really great produce. A lot of times at markets, you're eating and buying Melissa's produce, but you don't even know it because it's sold with under different names. Angel, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it, and it was a pleasure cooking with you today.
It was great. All right, we'll be back to you in just a minute. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Let us know what you think. Um, Next week, Frankie will be here. Oh, yes. Hey, listen, Carol, who doesn't show up on camera, I forgot to say this. We were going to be at the Culinary Crossroads at the Pakistani Kitchen this Saturday. And if you want information, you can go to info at culinarycultures.center. That's info at culinaryculture.center. Thank you very much. Next week, Frankie will be here. We'll tell you all about her and her new network for women. That'll happen next week, right here on Mark Allen's Culinary Adventures. We'll see you then. Bye bye for now.